So Thursday we were in here like doing storm prep, and I took all the equipment and we had a whole crew of people and we raised things up. We put things up on blocks, like we raised all the coolers up. 19 feet is like kneecaps. So, you know, I'm sandbagging doors and, you know, I'm like not expecting it to come in the windows at that point.
I walk across the bridge, right across to where my apartment is. I sent a video to a friend of mine with the water already coming over the bridge. His comment was, "That's way too much water." And that was the moment that I really knew and felt this was going to be a different event than we had experienced in the past.
Property owners and business owners down here, Friday morning, still doing storm prep. Like the attitude was like, we got this. Like we were hopeful. We knew it was gonna be bad at that point, but we were like, we can handle what's coming.
And then from that moment on, from my apartment windows and from our rooftop building, I watched the river rage. I was able to see it, believe it, and grieve it, all as the river was flowing down. As I'm watching buildings go down, as I'm watching our depot go down, Ponders Auto demolished, and somehow I was able to let it go at the same time I was seeing it, and already thinking about change and what's going to happen to our community and how do we come back from here.
The 1916 flood went to the 5th step of the courthouse, which is the highest point in downtown. This flood went 2 feet into the courthouse. So that gives you context for how much bigger and significant this flood was compared to the greatest flood in the recorded history of this region.
So I'm 71 years old and I've never lived anywhere but Madison County. So this is my home, and it just, and if I get emotional, that's because, you know, I got married over in the courthouse, and we have had so many ballot swaps out right outside on the patio, and I taught school over on the island for years. So, I mean, Marshall feels like my friend, and it's just been swept away. But mountain people are resilient. You know, my family went through the big flood in 1916, and we'll make it through this one, and we will come back, because that's what mountain people do.
So I would say finally, like 8 days later, like Thursday evening down here, at the end of the day, I finally cracked hard for about 4 or 5 minutes. And I've been okay since. You know, my family's fine, our house is fine, our business is fine. That's amazing. So we have been able to come down here and be a really integral part of getting town dug out.
I'm just gonna go into town. I just need to go there. Like that's where I need to be. And I came here and we were here. People were here. They were already here. People that lost more than I lost were here, and they had a great attitude, and that changed my outlook and my perspective. And at that point, I just switched my brain out of despair and loss.
And what was very cool and helpful to me is I thought, oh, the heart and soul of this town. And I was like, wait a minute, the heart and soul's not gone. You know, the product on the shelves is gone. The drywall is gone, but the heart and soul is right here, and it's evident. in the way that we're working together and pulling together.
So somebody said to me, that grabbed me by the shoulder, and it was one of my cousins, and she said, "Donna Ray, honey, we come from strong stock, and we're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right." And that's just the thing that keeps popping into my head. We come from strong stock, and so that's another one of my glimmers I'm holding on to, and I feel like we're gonna make it through this. But you know, we're good people, and we need help. That's kind of how I feel right now, you know.
Like the phoenix, it is going to come out of the ashes, and we're going to do it again. We're going to have this space again to share our stories with the world. This can be a community gathering place again. It can be activated with people. It will be activated with people.
And the beautiful thing is these walls, they have memory. And all that music, all the laughter, all the smiles, all the tears that were shed, they're still here. And I'm still here. I have those memories. I know how to make it happen again. And that's my life's goal now. That is my mission. Thanks to the community, thanks to everybody who is far and near and dear. With your help, with everybody's assistance, we're here. Magic Town's here. I'll see you on the other side.